Hi, I'm Stavros. Good afternoon and welcome. Today I have a very nice luxury saloon car to show you all. It's the Lexus LS 600 HL, the 4th generation. Of course, we have the 5th generation that is now out on the market, but I just thought I'd show you around this generation. Of course, they will be coming up for sale, more and more of these, so it should be a good second-hand buy should you wish to purchase one. So we'll check all around the outside, then we'll have a look inside, and then we'll go for a test drive. Looking forward to this. Let's go. So as we start off with the exterior, you'll notice it is a very conservative design here from Lexus. We have that spindle grille there at the front. And this particular model was introduced by Lexus in 2012. And they said it had 3,000 improvements made to it over the previous model. And we'll go down through some of those improvements now. So you'll notice underneath we have a more flat under tray to aid aerodynamics. And if we move around to the side, I'll just show you some of the small little details that they've made to this car. You see the little winglets there at the base of the A-pillar, that small little piece there, and also on the back rear lights, you'll notice two little pieces there. So what these do is they create air vortices that pull the air streams in closer to the car, making it more stable and making it cut through the air more efficiently, and cutting down on wind noise and making it more fuel efficient. So just some of the details that Lexus has gone to with this model. So yeah, always improving it, each model. And of course the new model is in a league above this again, but this is still a very nice car in its own right. I still do really like it. And we have these 15 spoke alloy wheel design there. They are on 245/45 Continental rubber. You can get as an option hollow chamber alloy wheels that are 19 inches well. So they're all hollowed out all around the rim. And what they do is they cut down on tire noise. But they are an option should you wish to have it. The hollow chamber alloy wheels. But this is still a nice design here from Lexus. We have full LED lights all around, front, back, all LED lamps. And we have our two exhaust pipes there. Not fake, like a lot of cars. The actual exhaust tips are in there. So, yeah, always nice to see. So we'll just move around to the side again. And we have our hybrid badge there, just reminding you that you are in the hybrid model. It has a drag coefficient figure of 0.27, so it is very, very aerodynamic. And yeah, we'll just have a hop inside now and have a look at the interior. And we will see just how luxurious this LS is. So the interior design here, the dashboard, completely different to the previous model, very much improved. And the interior as well, the seats, they are 15% thicker than before, the upholstery on the seats. And see these small little vent holes there? They will cool the seats faster than before, and they'll heat 50% faster than the previous model as well. On your 16-way adjustable driver's seat and 4-way adjustable for lumbar support, and all your controls there at the side. And see the wood finish as well, the Shimanoku wood finish. Looks very well, and it goes well with the all black interior and the titanium finish underneath there as well. Looking very well. So let's hop inside and give you guys a look and see what it's all about. We have that Shimanoku wood all along the steering wheel as well. Really, really nice. And apparently it takes an awful long time to make these steering wheels for the LS. So let's put the key in there. We have a 12-volt power supply and two cup holders here. And let's turn on that power button and get this LS into life. I shall very much enjoy this drive, I think. So you see this small little clock here as well. It adjusts its time automatically. It's connected to the GPS. So you won't have to adjust your clock. It does it on its own. And we have our little joystick device here. It's a haptic joystick mechanism, almost like a mouse on your computer. and yeah, you just press it in and slide it around. A lot of people don't like it, they prefer the wheel, but I don't really mind it. I get on okay with it. We'll talk more about that. So yeah, you just flick it over there and you can go down through all your air conditioning on your 12.3 inch screen, very big screen there, and your map, and you have all your different modes there, and you can go down through your different menu for your climate control, your telephone, and all the different menus there. Everything that you need to know on the LS, and your powertrain there, your electric motor, and when it's charging the battery, and when your engine kicks in, it will all be shown on that display. So let's have a look at our instrument display. So we have a charge gauge here at the left side. So it'll just show you when you're charging the battery and when you're driving economically. And in your power band there up in the top, we have our engine temperature. It's on EV mode at the moment, so the engine has shut off. We have a display there in the middle, so pressing the button on the steering wheel will get us down through all our different functions there, tire pressures, fuel consumption and all that. So we have our speedometer there on the right, fuel gauge there as well beside it, and we are in blue there at the moment just to let us know that we are in our economical setting there as well. And this is a facial monitoring device, so if you're sleepy or drowsy and your eyes begin to close, you will get a warning from here. This infrared sensor there can sense your eyes when they are closing. And I do like the temperature control there as well. See the way the buttons go up, the gauge goes up and down as well. I do. It's just another little piece of design there that I like on the LS. We have our CD player there, and our volume button and tuning button there on the left. Our gear selector, so our neutral, park, drive, and we can put it in and go up and down on our gearbox manually if we wish. So let's go down through some of the other functions. These are just your heated seats for cooling and heating, and all our different drive modes there. We have Sport, we have Sport S Plus, we have our height there for our air suspension and traction control, and Comfort, Eco mode, EV mode, and our snow button there. So that will help us from spinning the wheels. It just cuts down on the power to the wheels. And our sunshades there, and more adjustments for your seats. If you want to move that passenger seat forward or backward, you can do so with that button. Opening up our armrest, we have a USB connection there and auxiliary input, and another 12-volt socket there. Glove box here, small enough, not too big. Just 2 bottles in there, and that big manual there. It's nearly 1,000 pages long on the manual for this car, so have fun reading that. And you'll notice as well when I rev the accelerator there, right? Watch, you see, it won't rev the engine, so saving on fuel again, because we're in eco mode here at the moment. So yeah, we'll go down through some of the functions on the steering wheel. Just the display button there, going down through all our different display there in the middle, and our phone functions there, voice activation, lane keep assist, and forward monitoring system there. And we'll have a look, we have our hill hold function there, so that will hold the car on a hill, and then just press the accelerator and the car will drive off. And volume button there, and just going down through your different menu function there on your steering wheel. Oh, the cruise control as well. I never really liked this stalk on the cruise control. I had the very same one on my Toyota Prius back in 2005. But this one, thank goodness it's gone on the new LS. They moved it up here to the steering wheel. But that, I never really liked it. And if you had your steering wheel at an angle like this and you hopped in, you would hit it with your knee. So not really a good idea having that there. Just something I didn't really like about the LS, and it was there on the previous model as well. We have a nice size sunroof there, and we can have our sunglasses in here, lamps there, and we have our LED spot lamps here, Not full LEDs inside, some of them are using older bulbs, and we have a vanity mirror there on the passenger side as on the driver's side. And your seat as well, as I said, very comfortable seats on the LS. So that's how it looks at the front. Let's have a look in the back. As I open up the back door, I'm just going to show you the soft close function there on all 4 doors. They will close nice and softly. So the LS, plenty of leg space here in the back, as you will see. And this particular seat on this side has a massage function. So your back will get a nice massage. On the new one, you can get a massage down on your thighs as well. But just on your back on this model. So they are operated by all these functions here, your massage buttons there. And as I move back out here, we have that Shimanoku wood finish continued on the rear. We have rear sun blinds as well that cover all the windows on the back and on the rear window. And a little storage compartment there. Used to be an ashtray, but it's now lined with fabric, so a no smoking sign on that compartment. And we have a brake light here on the top of the rear window. As I said, it can be completely blocked out by the sunshade. And look, we have a nice design there on the rear, the L for Lexus. That is a nice touch on the design. So let's hop in the rear. I just want to show you as well, if we lift up the armrest, we have a remote control for the DVD player. So we have a 9-inch screen there at the back, and you can go down through all your different functions there for your DVD player. And we have, you can stick in all your DVDs in there, SD card slot there, and we can store our DVDs in that drawer. And we have 2 cup holders on the armrest, and we have earphones there for your Mark Levinson. We have a 19 speaker Mark Levinson sound system in this car, and all your functions there for your electric seats. You can cool them, you can heat them, multitude of functions there for the rear seat passengers. Now I'm just going to show you this seat, the way it slides forward. So we can move that forward, and at the same time we can move out this little device here that pushes out, and you can have a nice comfy, well, not so much for me because I'm 6'2", but let's see how forward I can get that seat. Yeah, that's it at its maximum. But yeah, so not very good for me, but for a small passenger they would get nice and comfy in the back here. And we have a vanity mirror there for your rear passengers, and ventilation on the ceiling. So yeah, it's very nice here in the back. You will have a comfortable time traveling in the back of the LS, that is for sure. Headspace in the rear, pretty good as well. I have about 1.5 inches over my head there, and the headrest as well, nice and comfy, can be adjusted electrically, of course. So let's have a look at the engine. So as I bend down here and open up the bonnet, I'm just going to go down through some more functions here. We can open up our boot, we can open our fuel filler cap, we have a little slide out drawer there for your coins, we have our automatic headlamps there, and our heated steering wheel, blind spot monitoring, and our parking sensors. We can turn them off if we don't want it buzzing at us, and our mirror functions there, electric mirrors, and we can fold them in and out. And our display as well, we can brighten or lower the brightness by those functions on the display. We have our memory functions for our seats. We can program in 3 memories there for the seats. So let's move around here and get the bonnet opened. I'll give you a look at the headlamps as well. The L there, as I said, looks very well. So give you a quick look at the engine. 5 litre V8, developing 438 brake horsepower with the combined electric motor on the Lexus Hybrid Drive. So all covered in to cut down on noise. So let's have a look at the boot. As we open up the boot then and give you a look at the boot space in the rear. So it's not very big. It's an okay size, but a lot of the space is taken up with the hybrid battery sitting in between the two back wheels. We do have more space underneath here. If we fold that back, we can lower the boot space, so that's not too bad. If we open up here, we have our toolkit there and jacking device for our wheels. We have a puncture repair kit there as well. So no spare wheel in the back of this. So I don't really like it without a spare wheel. I like my spare wheels. But one other thing as well, if you're buying one of these second hand, make sure you check that battery, because that battery is €520 if you want to replace it. So have that checked if you're buying one of these second hand. And the fabric in the back, it would be nicer if it was more plush, which would make it easier to vacuum. But it is an improvement on the previous model, which was absolutely awful on the previous model. But it would be nice if it was a bit more plush to make it easier to vacuum. But yeah, that is just a couple of the things that could have been improved on this model. But I just want to give you my opinion on it. So yeah, I think it's time to take it for a drive. Okay, so this has now turned into a nighttime review. Right, I'm going to turn off the air conditioning and I'm going to put this car into EV mode, because I just want to show you just how far we can go on pure electric mode here with the hybrid system. So of course you can drive on the engine, you can drive on the hybrid system and on both. So both combined for 438 brake horsepower. And yeah, we have 300 Newton meters of torque from this electric motor. So as you can see, I'm just cruising away quietly here now. And I will get out onto this road and then out onto the motorway and give you all a look and see what this car is like to perform. So I'm still on pure electric now. Totally silent. The doors have locked automatically. I'll turn on that air conditioning shortly, because otherwise my windows will start fogging up. But we can switch it on to eco mode as well, of course, and that will have us driving in the most economical mode and saving fuel. So I have already taken this car out for a drive already, and I clocked up 284 miles, and I drove most of that in eco mode, and I returned 30 miles per gallon, just over 30 miles per gallon I achieved on that run, over 284 miles. So I was impressed with that. But of course, realistically, on normal driving, having it through all these different modes, you can probably be into the early 20s, I'd say, for fuel consumption. But I achieved over 30 on that day. Yeah, so the engine has just come on now as well. So it can stay off for up to 41 miles per hour, the engine. So not too bad there. You can just cruise around town nice and silently and save yourself fuel, because the engine won't be on with just the electric motor powering all four wheels. So yeah, it is four-wheel drive and cruising away nicely here. But it's just so quiet as well. Like, all you're really hearing is tire noise from inside. It's just the sound levels are so low as well. And I did notice on my long trip there of 284 miles that on the previous version, which I did drive also, it was a 2008 LS600HL. I did notice on that model that there was a slight bit of wind noise just on the top corner of the driver's side window there, but on this model it's completely gone. So yeah, hats off to Toyota or Lexus for that, because it was very good that they managed to eliminate that, because I did have that in my mind taking this out for a spin. Would that have been something they improved on? And they did. So that is very good. So I'm just going to head out onto the dual carriageway and then we'll hit onto the motorway, and I'll just show you some of the power that this car has. From 438 brake horsepower combined from the 5 litre V8 engine, and it's just so effortless, going through the electronic continuously variable transmission is the ECVT. So just making my way out onto the dual carriageway. There we are. And yeah, it's just, and the comfort as well. You see, when you're driving so many ordinary cars in your life and then you get behind the wheel of a real car, guys, it just shows you how much you're missing in life. It's just, this is the kind of car that I want to hop into and just drive to Monaco. Now, we have a blind spot monitor there as well. So when that car was passing, the blind spot monitor light came on just to let us know that there is a car in our blind spot, and it will work for the left-hand side, the passenger side as well, when you're overtaking. There we go, the light came on again there. So yeah, it's just, I just want to drive the whole way to Monaco in this car. I have done it 3 times already, but yeah, it would be lovely to do it in this. The air suspension is absolutely fantastic. And of course we can go down through all our different modes here. So we've got comfort mode, which is in its most comfortable setting. Then we have Sport S mode, which will make the car more responsive to our throttle inputs. And we have Sport S Plus, which stiffens up the dampers on the suspension and weights up the steering wheel as well to give you more steering feel. And of course the throttle response will be very quick with Sport S Plus mode. But I'm just going to put it into normal mode just by pressing down the selector, and we'll just build up a bit of speed here. And we are on the motorway now, so I'm just going to get it up to motorway speed of 120 kilometers, so around 75 miles per hour. And we'll just show you how it's cruising. Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I just love this car. I have found a few faults with it, alright, just mainly in design aspects, but the drivetrain. Now, so many people complain about this CVT gearbox, but in this car, because it's so silent, you don't really take much notice to the gearbox. And the reason why they have the CVT gearbox in this 600 HL anyway is to save on fuel. It just goes so well with the hybrid system. That is the reason why they have the CVT in their hybrid models. So of course, if you don't want the CVT, just go for the normal LS 500 or the LS 460 in this particular model's case. And yeah, you can enjoy that 8-speed gearbox, or in the new LS it is a 10-speed gearbox. So of course, huge improvements made to the new LS. It has an all new front suspension and a revised rear suspension. So the new LS, I really want to drive that one day. Hopefully that will happen, who knows. But lads, I am coming to that roundabout with a bit of a hill there. It's a bit of a hill on this, but we'll just see how quick this car is at getting up to motorway speed. So Sport S Plus mode, I'm doing 20 miles per hour. Floor the throttle. We are uphill now. And there we are, 120 kilometers already. So effortless in its performance. And as I said, all you can really hear while you're cruising here is tire noise. So I'd really love to know the difference with the hollow chamber wheels, just what sort of difference they make lessening the noise, the tire noise inside the cabin. So as we cruise away here, we can turn on our adaptive cruise control, so that will monitor the car ahead and slow down and speed up with that car ahead of us. And very good function to have. It makes for a more relaxed driving experience out on the motorway. Just keep on your adaptive cruise control. Now in the safety front, we have 11 airbags in this 600 HL. In the LS 460 you would have 8 airbags as standard, and we have advanced pre-crash safety system as well. So it will slow down and brake the car to a halt at 25 miles per hour. Should a pedestrian or something step out in front of the car, it will brake automatically. Just some of the safety systems in this Lexus LS. And I'll just demonstrate to you the lane keep assist function. So I have it turned on here at the moment. It's monitoring the lanes ahead of us and the white lines on the road. And if we veer off, we get this little beeping noise to tell us to keep in our lane. And not only that, but it moves the steering wheel slightly into the opposite direction as well to keep you in your lane. And as we slow down here, we do have regenerative braking. So that is used to drive the electric motor, which in turn acts as a generator to charge the battery. So it's all very sophisticated, the technology involved in the whole Lexus and the hybrid really is a great piece of technology and letting you cruise away nicely here. So every time I let my foot off the accelerator, we are straight away in EV mode. So the engine will shut off. The lane departure warning coming in there again. So I can turn that off and yeah, we'll just head back into base here. So there we are, my drive in the Lexus LS 600 HL. As you can probably tell, I really do like the car. Yeah, very, very nice. Just a few things I would change, maybe a few bits of the interior I would step up a notch in quality. Other than that, there's not much to complain about. I'm really only nitpicking now at the moment. Now I did search the second-hand values of these in the UK and I spotted a 2013 model, pretty much the same as this, for sale for £38,000 and that had 61,000 miles on it. So they can be got at decent money. And you get a lot of car for your money. And if you want to go cheaper again, I spotted a 2012 model. So the model before this one, before the facelift, and I spotted one of them for sale for £28,000. And that had around 80,000 miles. So yeah, they can be picked up quite reasonably if you shop around and make sure the service history, of course, is all good on it. But yeah, I'm going to leave you all there, guys. I have to give this car back now and yeah, someday, I'll keep wishing. I'll leave you all there, guys. The engine is just starting up again on its own. And yeah, I'll talk to you all again in the next video. So until then, take care and thanks for watching. Cheers!